Under the glaring lights of an unannounced interview, Jungkook's unexpected confession landed like a seismic jolt in the global music landscape. A long-prepared, multi-layered project, months in the making, had been abruptly cancelled. Without preamble or elaborate build-up, he stated, "We had it ready, but everything was cancelled," and in those few words, he ignited a chain reaction of speculation, emotional upheaval, and unanswered questions that now dominate public discourse. Why would such a meticulously orchestrated plan be dismantled at the final hour? And perhaps more importantly, what was the nature of this plan that seemed significant enough to alter both professional trajectories and personal dynamics within BTS? The disclosure itself was delivered in a setting so stripped of fanfare that it amplified its gravity. In a brief video clip that surfaced on social media, Jungkook is seen pausing, his breath visibly held, before revealing the abrupt end of the project. That hesitation was enough for fans and analysts alike to sense the depth of what had been lost. The fact that this revelation came without official coordination raised immediate questions about timing, intent, and possible internal tensions. Within hours, the name Park Jimin began trending alongside Jungkook, as a separate clip from a live broadcast showed Jimin momentarily frozen in silence when a fan asked about the matter. His eventual reply, measured, short, and tinged with surprise, only deepened the sense that something unplanned had been exposed. Sources familiar with the industry context suggest that this was not a minor side project, but rather a monumental undertaking involving international collaboration, exclusive recordings, documentary filming, and a series of live performances designed as a surprise for global fans. Early information indicates that the concept was meant to serve as a symbolic reunion project, incorporating contributions from members currently fulfilling military duties through remote participation. It would have featured a special anniversary song, a music video built from archival footage spanning over a decade, and carefully staged global fan events. In essence, it was positioned to be both a historical milestone and an emotional bridge during a period of partial group hiatus. The sudden absence of certain schedules in the members' calendars, particularly in the last 3 months, has been noted by dedicated fan communities. Concert appearances and promotional activities that had been previously hinted at vanished without explanation. This pattern, combined with Jungkook's revelation, suggests the cancellation may have occurred at a stage when logistical commitments were already in place. Some analysts speculate that the decision was not made by the members themselves, pointing instead to external constraints such as licensing hurdles, unresolved production disagreements, or strategic shifts at the management level. Jimin's visible discomfort in addressing the matter has become a focal point for interpretation. Body language analysts appearing on South Korean television highlighted his prolonged pause, shifting gaze, and constrained facial expressions as indicators that the question caught him off guard. This has led to a split in public opinion. Some believe Jimin was entirely unaware that Jungkook would disclose the information, while others argue he likely knew but expected it to remain internal until a coordinated statement was issued. The absence of any joint appearance or follow-up from the two has only intensified speculation. Historically, BTS operates under strict communication protocols, making unsanctioned revelations exceedingly rare. This precedent strengthens the impression that Jungkook's statement was a spontaneous act. Whether it was driven by frustration, a sense of obligation to fans, or an intentional disruption of planned media strategies remains unknown. What is certain is that this admission has placed both the group and their agency in a challenging position. Silence from official channels, a tactic that often aims to control narrative flow, has instead been fueling public curiosity and giving space for countless unofficial theories to flourish. From a reputation management standpoint, this is a precarious moment. BTS is not merely a band, it is an international cultural entity with measurable influence on markets, cultural exchanges, and even national branding. Every shift in their public image can reverberate through financial indices and fan sentiment worldwide. The possibility that the cancelled project was intended to mark a collective return from military service makes its abandonment particularly painful for fans, who had viewed it as a symbolic reuniting of all 7 members despite geographical and contractual constraints. In the absence of concrete explanations, narratives have emerged within fan forums linking the cancellation to creative disagreements over the project's final presentation. Others posit that the timing may have been complicated by overlapping obligations with other high-profile commitments, including global brand partnerships and charity initiatives. A leaked internal schedule, though unverified, shows an abrupt halt at the post-production stage, suggesting that substantial work had already been completed. This aligns with theories that the decision was both sudden and costly, not only in financial terms, but also in terms of emotional investment from those involved. The shockwave has not been confined to fans alone. Industry observers have pointed to a mild fluctuation in HYB's stock value following the viral spread of Jungkook's interview clip. While the impact has not been financially catastrophic, it underscores the interconnected nature of entertainment products, fan culture, and corporate valuation. Some insiders suggest that the agency may be calculating the optimal moment to address the issue, possibly bundling it with other announcements to manage the overall reception. Interestingly, certain voices within the music production field have argued that cancellations, though disruptive, can occasionally open space for reinvention. They speculate that public pressure following Jungkook's revelation might compel all parties to revisit the project, potentially reformatting it into a more ambitious or fan-driven version. Yet, such optimism is counterbalanced by the tangible sense of loss expressed across social platforms, where fans describe the news as the disappearance of a long-anticipated gift at the moment it was about to be unwrapped. The current impasse, where speculation runs high but official word remains absent, has transformed this from a simple case of a cancelled project into a case study in modern celebrity information dynamics. In an era where every statement is dissected in real time across multiple languages and continents, even a 2-sentence admission can alter the course of a global narrative. Jungkook's choice to speak, intentional or not, has set into motion a series of developments that neither fans, media, nor possibly the agency itself can fully control. The unanswered questions remain sharp. What exactly was in the final version of the project that made its cancellation so irreversible? Why was there no contingency to preserve at least part of its release? And perhaps most compellingly, why did Jungkook choose this moment to tell the world? Until those answers surface, the revelation will continue to loom over both the group's public perception and its private realities, serving as a reminder that even in the tightly managed world of global pop, unpredictability still has the power to rewrite the script overnight.